Welcome back, guys, and here we are. So what we're doing is I got a few packages came in the mail, so I'm gonna run through them, set some things up, show you what's happening. As you know, I'm gonna try and start doing the U.S. cavalry stuff with the Plains Wars, and this is just kind of what I've been throwing together for that little skirmish game, The Men Who Would Be Kings. So the riders right now from the Perry box set, the Civil War set, the battle set, these are actually from, I've received these a couple of days ago, and these are actually from Perry as well. I marked them. The ACW 8 is the Confederate Dismounted Cavalry, which right there and there, and then the ACW is the Union Cavalry Dismounted, which they have the forage caps right there, and basically you get 6 in a box, and I got 4 boxes giving me 24 troopers dismounted, so that will give me these guys on foot. So what I'll do is I'll replace whoever gets off their horse with the dismounted guy. So that's what we're looking at that. And the way things panned out here was, here we have the American Civil War. The American Civil War guys are going to be used for the Plains Wars, and this is the sprue that came with the battle set, and you get 4 horse troopers for each sprue, and I believe I've got 6 sprues. Give me 24 troopers on horse. So that is this right here. So I'm going to be doing a mix of the slouched hats here and there, and the forge caps as well. So it's going to be a mix of them. So now the biggest thing, what I'm going to try and figure out, is whether I want to break them up into 2 troops, Troop A and Troop B, or leave them as one big troop. I don't know. I'm still going to try and figure that out. Next, I picked up this right here, the Canonist Sister of Battle. I love this chick. She's so hot. And it reminds me from when I was doing the old Sisters of Battle from the old Warhammer 40K stuff. And if anyone remembers this stuff, you know, when, I don't know, I guess I think it was a little bit more fun back then. I don't know why, it just seems that way. I don't think the models were that expensive then. And the tournaments weren't so, I guess, money-wise, whatever. But it was cool, and it was fun. And I had a Sisters of Battle army. I've since given it away or sold it. But she's actually pretty cool. So she came out, she was $30. That's pretty steep for a figure. But she doesn't look too bad. She's pretty neat, you know. So I'll be throwing her together at some time. And that's her. And coming out of this, which, here we go, which is pretty cool. Then we have another fig, which is a blast from the past. I mean, it's been out for a while now, but I just wanted to throw it in there to show you that. Anyone remember this? This is the old Rogue Trader book. When 40K first came out, I was in the Marine Corps then, and my favorite troops were the Space Marines, and I actually got a box of Space Marines, Imperial Guard, and my wife at the time bought me Warhammer, the fantasy battle game. So Games Workshop came out with this for the 25th anniversary. I've had it for a while, and basically it runs this gentleman right here. It's right there. It's now right here, which is pretty cool. It's got a really awesome stand. So they really did pretty good with the stand and the trooper here. So I really dig this one. This one's pretty cool. You know, and that's that with the book. So I figured that'd be a kind of a neat thing. And then we come over to this guy, which I've got actually 2 of the original, but I've been digging through my Marine Corps stuff, my Space Marine stuff, and I couldn't find them. But here's the plastic. This is what the gentleman looks like. He's pretty neat. And this was the, what was it? Was this the 30th anniversary? I think it is. Space Marine 2016. So, and this is the White Dwarf. This is the White Dwarf issue 115, and it's all about Space Marines, which is pretty cool. Where are you? Here we go. So yeah. I wish I could have found the original. He's buried in all my stuff. But if you remember, I actually have this gentleman here. It's packed away somewhere. Mounted Kulgar. Oh, remember it? There we go. We got that. We got that one right over there, if you can see it. Still being made. The old rhinos. So this is actually pretty cool. This was that's really not a bad deal if you can still find some old ones. So that's that. Then we came to this. This is the Prospero. And these all here to set up to show you the size difference of the new models they're coming out with. And this is him right here. So that's the new god. That's the new the Emperor's Custodes. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right or not, but that's them. And this is the size difference on these guys. You know, so he's actually just as big as a Terminator, a little bit bigger actually. And that's this right here. From this set right here. Let's see. Can we get you? Can we get you? Where are you? The Sisters of Silence. And here we go. And these are the gods, the custodian god. And this is from the Burning of Prospero. And what I ended up doing was I ended up getting several sprues off of eBay. Cost me $30 per set. Now I got 2 sets. This is one set, this is another set. And so it cost me $60 for 10 of these guys right here. So hopefully they're worth it. But let's see. That's what they look like right there. So hopefully they're worth it. They look pretty cool. So that's them. And let me kind of slide these guys over here. And this is White Dwarf. What issue is this one? This is December 16, 2016 issue. And this shows a little bit more of the Custodes here. least I thought it did. Yeah, here they are. And this one, the Legio Custodes, have their stats and what they're all about. So, and I guess it's not bad. Prospero Burns. I didn't buy this set. I really didn't have the money for it, so I didn't go out. So I just ended up getting what I really wanted, which was the Emperor's Guard. So I ended up getting them. And the big thing that came in that I want to show you guys is this right here. I got my British Sudan troops, Afghanistan and the Sudan from 1877 to 1885. There's 36 models in here. Plastic, comes with a little doggy. 36 figures. And this also would go with the men who would be kings, so you can do that with them. And then, guys, this is, I got the big black powder book, opposed to this wee little powder book here, which I was going blind trying to read. But now I've got this. But the biggest thing that came with this, and I want to show you, is this. Big Wooley. That is the fig that I was waiting for, which came free with the black powder book. That is him right there. He looks pretty cool. Of course, I've already primed him, based him, and I'm going to get ready to paint him and have fun just taking my time doing him up. He's pretty cool. Pretty good sculpt. Fun to look at. It'll be fun to paint. So he came free. He came free with the big black powder book. So I kind of lucked out by waiting. The little black powder book came with the Waterloo battle set. So that worked out. So I guess patience is a virtue, right? So I'll just kind of clean them up a little bit, file this extra stuff down, and then give him a whirl. See how it's going, but he's pretty cool. I enjoy him. What else we got? Oh yeah. I got one more thing to show you. One of the guys was telling me he had the whatchamacallit from Little Wars. And what is it? Yeah, Wells's Little Wars. So I want to show you this book. So what I'll do is I'll bring you on over here and see if we can't have that in the book. So this is what started me out. My buddy and I, we used to wargame, and what we do is we used to set up little effect soldiers, and we used to go out and buy all the little boxes. And you could have Romans, police, firefighters, astronauts, Romans, Celts, World War I Germans, World War I French, World War II Germans, Japanese, Marines, Army, you name it. And we'd set them up on the floor, and then we start throwing stuff at them and knocking them over. When I was in a library as a kid, I found this book. It doesn't have the sleeve on it, but the sleeve is similar to this book right here. And this book is by G.W. Jeffrey. And I believe he also did this book too, which is Napoleonic Tactics, which basically has everything you want for Napoleonic Tactics. All the stats, formations, movement rates, marching rates, which is a cool book. And this book is George Jeffrey's Tactics and Grand Tactics of Napoleonic Wars, which is a great buy. And this is by the Courier Publishing Company. And edited by Ned Zapako. This book is respectfully dedicated to David G. Chandler. It was copyrighted in 1982, printed by the Currer Publishing Company, manufactured in the United States. And this is George Jeffreys, Jeffrey apostrophe S. Well, should be George Jeffrey, but it's George Jeffreys, Tactics and Grand Tactics. Cool book if you can grab that. So, I'm not sure if you worked that one or not with that one, but we'll see. But this is what actually got me into wargaming, using rulers, dice, and kind of made me grow up a wee bit with wargaming. So we ended up grabbing this, and this book, I'm sorry, it's Charge. It's How to Play War Games by Brigadier P. Young and Lieutenant Colonel J.P. Lawford. This was done by the Morgan Grampian Company in London in 1967. Tells you the origins of wargaming, and you have movement, firing, pictures of cannons. Let me go right to the meat. We got pictures of the war games right there, which is pretty cool. Measuring sticks. They're using books as hills. Gotta love it. How about that, huh? So that's pretty neat. Now this is what got me into